Hi everyone, it's the English Simmer here, and I feel like the Sims 4 news has been coming and it doesn't stop coming because we got another roadmap for the Sims 4. And this time around, it looks like we're still sticking to the summer expansion pack. It is a little bit later because I'm fairly sure that Cottage Living came out either the beginning of July or the very end of June last year. It actually does look like it's going to be the first pack to be released out of these 3 months, which I'm not holding out hope for the fact that we're going to get 2 expansions this year. I think we'll probably stick with like the 1 summer expansion. I'm not holding my hopes out for a second one, maybe in like October or November, but let's get into what the Sims team posted. So this was over on their Twitter yesterday. It says, "Rise and shine." It's giving me Kylie Jenner energy. Are you ready for a new day and season with the Sims? And we got this like little pastel video, very bright, very summer vibes. So we're gonna have a little deep dive into it. But before we do that, we also got this on the Sims 4 like webpage. I can usually never find these, but I did actually manage to find this one. Bask in the sun's glow and show off your bold, bright self. So it really seems to be about like bringing out your bright self and like growing, which honestly gives me like pride vibes. So I'm surprised that this covers like July all the way through to September, considering we did actually, well, we've not left it yet, but we are leaving Pride Month. But hey, we can have Pride all year round. We also have a little trans flag here as well, which I will be getting into because I think it means something. I mean, this sim is looking at it, which makes me think that the sim is trans, but also like I think they're like looking at it because it means something. So we have Step Into the Light. This season is all about letting your personality shine. Start trend setting early. This one scares me a little bit. We have trendsetter in Get Famous. If you are a famous celebrity, you can get like the trendsetter perk, which means people will kind of like copy your outfits and stuff like that. And we also have the stylist career. We've yet to have like fashion or like model. I can't see it being an expansion pack if we were to get like modeling, although I do feel like it could be part of like a bigger expansion, but I personally don't think it would be included in a high school expansion. And yes, that feels like it's on the cards. Nothing is confirmed. Please take everything I say with a pinch of salt. This is all my own speculation and my community's, because we talked about this on stream last night. Then we have create an ideal sunlit space, which is definitely the build kit for sure. Like, I don't think that can be interpreted in like any other way. And then grow into your brightest self. So maybe the trend setting early isn't actually to do with gameplay. When I initially read it, I thought it was, but grow into your brightest self. You know, high school is a very like, it's a space for you to grow, a space for you to find yourself, become comfortable in who you are, your friendships, your family. Maybe, I don't know. I think I might be reading too deeply into it. Usually these give the order of release. I honestly think they're probably going to do a double kit release. It feels like they've consistently done that. However, with a base game update and an expansion coming, probably literally like July or August, I think it would be better to kind of split these kits up. Just to, I know kits aren't everyone's favorite, they're not my favorite, but I think just to like fill out the content a little bit, even though you don't get a lot of content in kits. We're gonna go clockwise because I think like when you're reading this, and also with the expansion being listed first, I'm assuming this is like through like the timeline of releases maybe. So we have the base game update. Oh, excuse Alex, she's just my desktop background, you know. I was thinking, do like the colors have something to do with it, like the color combinations? Like, are all the greens relating to the build kit? And then like, but there's barely any blue. Like, you have this style kit and then the only other blue you have is this and like the trans flag. So now I'm kind of like and also we have the expansion pack and then this logo right here, which I think is gonna be It's gonna be a big one, but that doesn't relate to the expansion pack. And I also don't think it relates to the build kit. Obviously, we just got customizable pronouns in The Sims 4. It was an update. It is only in English right now. So this could just be a hint towards them opening it up for more languages. But also, what I was thinking, I really want this to happen. I covered it when I was doing either my Create a Sim or my gameplay overview for Werewolves. We obviously now have that body scars tab in The Sims 4 Werewolves. It got introduced with that. However, I, for one, think that we should have more scarring in the game, especially in base game. I think we should have more scars available to people outside of just paid content, because I think, again, it's another way to represent yourself. So Sims team, if anyone's watching, that is on my wish list. But with the body scars now, obviously it's opened up like everything below the face. So I'm thinking, what about top surgery scars? Obviously there's a trans flag. I know not every like trans mask person chooses to have top surgery, and also cis women can have a form of surgery when it comes to their chest area. However, it allows us to now have them in the game officially, because before that we didn't have scars available on like the body section. So I'm thinking maybe it's a little head nod to that. I have my fingers crossed. I really want to see that rep in the game. Recently, I've definitely complimented the team, especially on kits, and I feel like this is where Create a Sim kits are like kind of popping for me, is the fact that they've balanced the frames very, very well. So a lot of the femme stuff looks good on masculine frames, which has actually never really happened before this point. So maybe they've gone to look back at their back catalogue and been like, right, how can we actually get these clothes working on the opposite frames when you choose an opposite frame for a sim? Fingers crossed. I mean, I would absolutely love that. It's something that they did in Werewolves as well. They made it like very gender neutral. Then we have the expansion pack, which this is giving no hints. Go sis, give me nothing. Like giving me orange. But we are getting an expansion. There's also these like flames, which I think like the sun and stuff like that. Like obviously it said build a sunlit. So maybe it just has to do with like the desert and stuff, but we'll get into that. But yeah, it kind of just gives me like summery vibes, which makes sense because this is July, August, and September. So like the back end of summer. You actually have some boba, some bubble tea. But the one that we've all been talking about is obviously this little graduation cap and the pencils underneath it. Because of course, we already have Discover University. I would not be shocked to see this. Actually, what's the Discover University logo look like? So this is the Discover University one. Honestly, I don't know if they'll get away with that being so close to it. Because I was like, I would not be surprised to see this. You know how like on the logos, they have the little icons on them. But we already have Discover University. We already have university graduations. So therefore, I'm thinking, when's the other time that you can graduate high school? I know that like some like middle schools and stuff now do graduation. My high school personally didn't do graduation. It's definitely more of like an American thing. You just kind of end school. I really hope that if we are getting high schools, whilst I feel like they're going to be very American based, I want them to like kind of take inspiration from like other cultures as well. Like for me personally in the UK, yeah, we didn't have graduation. We did have prom, but we also did like leavers. So we did like shirt signings and stuff like that. And I think that's really cute. I think like if you had your classmates like sign your shirt and then you could put it up on your wall and stuff. But obviously we got that survey a couple of weeks ago now, and it mentioned a high school expansion pack for The Sims 4. Nothing was confirmed. A lot of people were like, ooh, is this fake? Because obviously like we don't have high schools in The Sims 4. I feel like this is a very big hint to suggesting that it is coming, but like I said, take everything with a pinch of salt. Nothing is confirmed. I hope that they don't do it like Discover University. I hope that it's not just two separate like high schools that you can send your Sims to. I hope that you can actually physically build your own high schools so that like if you wanted to, every world that you already own in The Sims 4 could potentially have a high school in it. I would definitely prefer that. I think the builders would definitely prefer that. However, That's my biggest drawback of a high school expansion pack, is the fact that I'm like, I feel like it's going to be very much like Get to Work, and build and buy mode is going to be so restricted because they're going to need like desks, they're going to need so much new stuff for high schools that I'm like, I feel like that's just going to take the bulk of the catalog up, and I would have preferred just a wider teen expansion pack. Whilst yes, I would have loved Generations by itself and not having to be split up into like teenagers, elders, toddlers, kids, I would have preferred a wider teen expansion than purely high schools, because I feel like it's gonna drag it down in some way. I always say that teenagers don't have enough personality, they don't have enough for like their bedrooms to show off like who they are as a person. We've just not had like a refresh of that in forever. I would really like to see like more themed decor when it comes to kids, toddlers, and teenagers. And I really just feel like high school is gonna have a negative effect on that. But I would love to hear all of your ideas. Then we have the Create a Sim kit. Honestly, what? Oh, also, did you draw this in high school? Because I did an awful lot. It looks like a builder's hat. It looks like a hard hat, but I'm like, I don't think we're getting a whole style kit based on builders. Then a lot of people in my Twitch chat were saying it looks like a horse riding hat, which, yeah, it kind of does, but it's like the little lines in it. Maybe it is just like a cap. Maybe it's like a sports style kit, which honestly, I'm so over. I don't need it. Maybe it's like a baseball cap, but I really don't want it to be, because I feel like we've had like athleisure stuff and like sports stuff consistently for so long now. So I'm like, please, I don't need it. If that's what it is, you can keep it. I have no idea what the style kit is going to be. I feel like all the hints towards like the Create a Sim kits are exactly the same as one another. I got a passion for fashion. Oh, also, don't you think this kind of looks like a school crest as well? Sorry, new idea. And then we also have the build kit, which is kind of this like desert, like Arizona-y, New Mexico. A lot of people in Twitch chat were saying that High School Musical is based in New Mexico, which you are so right for that. I actually really want more desert worlds. I know that we have Strangerville, but like obviously with Strangerville, you can't really play it unless you like defeat Mother. And I don't like defeating Mother all of the time. I wish that you could just turn it off. Seriously, Sims team, can we please get an option to do that? We also have Oasis Springs. I definitely think there's more worlds that we need before more desert worlds, but I'm always down for more build stuff that kind of works with those worlds, because I feel like we don't have a lot unless it's like modern architecture. There's a lot of like foliage, but obviously we already have a plant kit, so I'm like, there's a lot of vases as well, which I'm like, okay, like is this just like for decoration? Obviously, like I think this sim is supposed to be read as a teenager, so like I feel like their space would have a lot of decoration and stuff like that, but maybe it's like drawing. You obviously have the pencils, so maybe like art class. I don't know. I think this is what I like about the speculation though, because I know for sure they made us draw freaking flowers in vases consistently in my secondary school. I would honestly love to hear your opinions on this one. If there's anything that I might not have mentioned that you've been looking at this and you're like, I think I've decoded this, I think I am a genius, please let me know. I absolutely want to hear everyone's theories. This was one of my favorite times in the Sims community, because I feel like everyone's just kind of throwing ideas at everything. Someone mentioned in like my What I Want from High School pack that they would love to see D&D. Yes, absolutely. I wanted to see that in Discover University. I was really sad when we didn't get more board games. Like I said, nothing has been confirmed yet, so please take everything with a pinch of salt. Lol, just kidding. It definitely has something to do with teenagers, if the expansion pack is coming first, which I don't think they would do this promo over 2 kits. So we asked these simmers, those my little babies, about their lives as teenagers. Bada bing, bada boom. We got a little cell phone, a little like mirror, a little butterfly, the plumb bob sticker. Stop. I hope we get... If they do PR for this, can we please get like, you know, what were they called? The little like journal, like planners for school that had like your timetable in and everything, and you used to like have to write your homework in it. I want a Sims version of that. Please, Sims team. If there was drama, I want the drama. Give me the drama in the Sims expansion pack, please. New trailer tomorrow. So I'll be following this video up with a trailer reaction tomorrow. Tune in. Is this basically confirmed? No, it's a teen pack. Okay, we know that much. High school hasn't been confirmed. There was a graduation cap. Let's see what tomorrow brings us. I promised my werewolves let's play will be starting this weekend. I know you've all been waiting. I'm prepping it right now, so that will definitely be up this weekend. I just wanted to cover this news. I fully wasn't expecting to have a roadmap today, so thank you, Sims team, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.